up there working to get the lineup corrected. As I guess they're going to allow Arlen Stewart to compete in heat race number 2. As it is Hayden Hartwick in the 6X, Peyton Taylor in the 7T, Joe Payne in the 7, Lonnie Cox in the 87, John Bubba's in the 14B, the 5 of Will Aycock, 67 of Scott Earl, and the 737 of Tim Williams. We're underway. Good start for Peyton Taylor as he'll lead it off into turn number 1. Here comes Joe Payne in tow with the 7. As you got 7-7, first and second. Now here comes Hayden Hartwick. He's going to try to get in line. Taylor going to lead that lap back further behind them. As you had them 2 wide behind Bubba's. And we've got them slowing off a turn 2. Hayden Hartwick stubbed the nose. He's going to get the field all jacked up here. Big slider, not going to work. We got trouble in turn 4. Big trouble in turn 4. The 5 of Wilcock. He's going to have the worst end of the deal. The 87 of Lonnie Cox. And the 14B of John Bubba's. It's 87 to be turned or through the slider. Did not work. Parked it on the nose of Bubba's. And then the 5 of Wilcock, just an innocent bystander of it all. Bubba's going to have to go pit side. Heavy nose damage on that race car. And the shot that the 87 took, that thing must be built like a tank because it has very little damage to that race car after the hit it took. As they'll sort the lineup out. Very minor damage to the right rear quarter panel of that 87 car. Other than that, that thing's built like a tank. That thing took a shot, and to have as little damage as it's got, that's impressive. Caution lights out. We're going to go green out of turn number 4. We're underway. Hayden Hartwick with a good start. Wasn't quite enough because Peyton Taylor is going to fly off into turn 1 with the lead. Now Hartwick underneath the pressure of 67 of Earl. He's going to grab that 3rd spot away from Hartwick. Joe Payne trying to get to the back bumper of Peyton Taylor. Now these two got a little bit of a history back on the J.D. Garrison Memorial. Peyton Taylor threw a slider on him. Will the favor be returned in this heat race? Probably not, but I'm sure it's on the mind of Joe Payne. Joe Payne going to try to get back underneath him. It's going to be a drag race to turn number 3. They're going to go side by side. Payne on the bottom. Taylor on top. Payne's going to slip up just enough for Taylor to squeeze back by, and he'll lead that lap. Here comes Joe Payne. Going to cross him out of 2. They're going to go side by side again down the back straightaway. Can Payne hang on to it? He's going to get through that corner good. He's going to keep right there, right at the door, across the line. Give that one to Taylor. Another good run into the corner for Payne, but he's going to lose it off at 2 as he's going to slip up off the bottom as they're going to approach the lap car of Tim Williams right in the middle. This is about to get interesting if Tim Williams don't get to the bottom. And he's going to move down there. Payne going to go back to the top, going to try to slide around. Nope. Going to stay right in the tire tracks of Taylor for one more lap. Is that slider on Joe Payne's mind? We're about to find out because the white flag's out this time by. Joe right around the bottom. He's going to try to get that run through 1 and 2. Not going to do it. Going to slip up, lose the ground. And any chance of a slider's gone because Peyton Taylor is going to hang on to your heat race win. So, Peyton Taylor, your heat race winner. Joe Payne coming home second. Scott Earl coming in third. Hayden Hartwick coming home fourth. Fifth, well, I don't have any information on him. I believe that's Wrinkle. And then sixth, I believe, well, I'm not sure, but we've got a car spun out on the front straightaway. And that's going to conclude your IMCA stock cars. Up next, as it looks like we've got the Midwest Modifieds and Staging. Here's how they're going to line up. On the pole, that's going to be the 5 of David Hagler out of Batesville, Arkansas. It is outside the points leader in the Midwest Modifieds. That's going to be Daryl Figgin in the WFO out of East End, Arkansas. Row number 2, the 19 of Leonard Hudson out of Pottsville, Arkansas. And his outside the 1B of Ken Stevenson out of Flippin, Arkansas. Row number 3 in the 86 out of Batesville, Arkansas. The 86 of Josh Salter. It is outside the 5W. Driver that's getting hot right here at the end of the season. That's going to be Keaton Wheeler out of Batesville. Row number 4, the 21, Adam Pohl out of Beebe, Arkansas. And his outside is going to be Corey Martone out of East End, Arkansas, in the 32M. So first appearance for Corey. As Daryl Fagan, again, your points leader, only by 42 points over Adam Pohl. As one of them the points leader starts on the front row and second on the back row. Hagler, though, closing in that gap. He's 118 back from Daryl Fagan. Jim Vincent, well, Jim Vincent's not here. That's going to allow Keaton Wheeler to jump. Yeah, Jim Vincent's not here, so Keaton Wheeler, by all intents and purposes, should jump to the 4th spot in points after tonight. As they're trying to get the 87 off the speedway. We're waiting on the Batesville Speedway track crew. Whew. Yep, Midwest Mods and then IMCA and then Quacker stuff, I believe. We also want to thank Comp Cams for their continued support for the Topless 100. We also want to thank Chris Lloyd with A to Z Signs and Batesville Poultry. Also, Stacy Taylor Racing, Chris Reed Logging, Tooth Be Told Pediatric Dentistry, and Sweet Tooth Ice Cream, which, by the way, they are still open down here, ready to serve you. Well, I guess we have time to read some of these since I can't get a record. Yeah, there you go.
All right, hey, if you're looking for a new or used vehicle at a competitive price, come see us at Skyway Buick GMC at our dealership in Joplin, Missouri. We've devoted ourselves to helping and serving our customers to the best of our ability, and we believe the cars we offer are the highest quality and ideal for your life needs. Skyway Buick GMC makes your car buying experience quick and easy. Check us out at skywaybuickgmc.com. MVP Race and Fuels, the official race fuel of the Batesville Motor Speedway Ronnie Jeffrey King here at the track to meet the driver's fuel needs with BP Racing Fuel. If you're away from the track and need some racing fuel, you just gotta go by Ken Spire Center Baseball. Ask for Robbie. He'll fix you up.
The one you want there.
Hey, Schoenfeld Headers, long-standing sponsor here at Batesville Motor Speedway, with the sponsorship of the Schoenfeld Headers Mid-America Stock Cars Championship, as scheduled for this September, later on this month, 28th through the 30th, based in Van Buren. Schoenfeld Headers, founded in 1974 by Don Schoenfeld and their family business, still going strong with the next generation. Doug, Dennis, and Nathan stepping up to help out. Schoenfeld Headers makes exhaust applications for anything with an engine, car, mini sprint, sprint car, late model, dirt, or asphalt. Schoenfeld has a system for your needs, including your muscle cars. Schoenfeld Headers, the world's largest manufacturer of circuit track headers.
All right, thank you, Bill. So I need just a little bit there to kind of catch my breath. And I've lost the lineup sheet. What did I do with the lineup sheet? I mean, I really need it, but I guess. All right.
Proving the order for the race will be the order to who's racing first to the features.
Okay. All right, we finally got the track cleared. It's David Hagler on the pole. Daryl Fegan second. Leonard Hudson's in the second row in the 19. 1B of Ken Stevenson. Row 3, the 86 of Josh Softer. The 5W of Keaton Wheeler. 21 of Adam Poe. And the 32M of Corey Martone. As the caution lights out, we're going to go green out of turn number 4. We're going to get this party started for the Midwest Modifieds. As they start to approach the start zone out of turn 4, Hagler's going to fire. He's going to catch him napping. He's gone. Keaton Wheeler going to jump up to that 4th spot. Now he's going to go to work on Stevenson for that 3rd spot. But Stevenson got to run off the top of 2. And Hagler, he's checked out to a 1.5 second advantage on lap number 1. So everybody's getting single filed out here on lap number 1. Wheeler, though, still trying to work on that 4th spot, 3rd spot of Ken Stevenson. He's going to look to the bottom. They're going to drag race down the back straightaway into turn 3, give that spot to Wheeler. Maybe, as he's going to get a little loose down the bottom, but he's going to grab that spot. Now it's time to go to work on 2nd of Daryl Fegan. Meanwhile, Hagler out to a 3.2 second advantage over your 2nd and 3rd spot. Wheeler, no problem getting that 2nd spot. We just went halfway. Hagler's out to a 3.2 second advantage still. Can Wheeler run him down? Stevenson back there, he's trying to get that 3rd spot away from Fegan. And Hagler now has a 4-second advantage over Wheeler. Your battle's back there for that 3rd spot between Stevenson and Fegan. Also, you got a battle back here between Poe and Hudson for that 5th, 6th spot. But Stevenson's got to the back bumper of Fegan. He's going to dive it down low. He's going to try to get a run down the back straightaway on Fegan. can't quite get the momentum off the corner. But David Hackler going to pick up your heat race win. Keaton Wheeler bringing it home second. And Daryl Fegan round out your third spot. Fourth, Ken Stevenson. Fifth, Adam Pohl. Sixth, Leonard Hudson. Seventh, Josh Salter. And Corey Martone rounding out your field. Up next will be your IMCA Modifieds. As you've got 3 action-packed heat races of the IMCA Modified. Heat race number 1 on the pole out of Quitman, Arkansas on the 9 junior. That's going to be Spencer Hartwick. Is outside the Wizard. The 32N of Mark Norris out of Searcy, Arkansas. Row number 2, you got the UFO, the Hall of Famer, Wayne Brooks out of Ball Knob. 31M of Travis Mosley out of Batesville, Arkansas is outside. Row 3, the 115 of Brandon Smith out of Floral. And then there is outside the 73 of Sean Walsh out of Ash Flat, Arkansas. 8 laps the distance. As we've seen some drivers not happy with one another as they made their way off the speedway. I thought the temperatures were pretty cool and we wouldn't see nobody getting too hot. Well, it just goes to show it doesn't matter what the temperature is. It doesn't take much to make racers get mad at each other. So caution lights out. We're going to go green out of turn 4. Good start for Spencer Hartwick. As they are 3 wide down the back behind. Norris struggling as he'll slide up the racetrack. Wayne Brooks now is going to move into that second spot. Oh, Mark Norris had a bit of a run, lost it. Now here comes Travis Mosley for the third spot away from Norris. Norris having all kinds of trouble right now as he's about to be slid all the way to the back. Here comes Sean Walsh now. Slaw and Walsh make contact with Mark Norris. They're going to go 3 wide out of turn 4 for that 5th spot. Here comes Brandon Smith. He's going to slide around both of them. Your leader, though, Hayden Hartwick, he's checked out. Or Spencer Hartwick. Sean Walsh, that's going to settle out back there. Sean Walsh is going to get around Brandon Smith and Mark Norris for that 4th spot. That was your battle because Spencer Hartwick is checked out. Wayne Brooks 2nd, Travis Mosley 3rd. Mark Norris having all kinds of issues back there. He slipped all the way to the back. We're up just past halfway. Oh, we got a battle heating up for that 4th spot, or 3rd spot, between Travis Mosley and Sean Walsh. Sean Walsh got in there really hard. Like they got in the back of Travis Mosley. Right now, Sean Walsh may be the fastest car on the track. White flags out for Spencer Hartwick. Travis Mosley closing in on that 2nd spot away from Wayne Brooks. He's going to slide up to the top. He's going to try to get her off the top. Not going to get there. Nope, not going to get there. Meanwhile, Spencer Hartwick, your heat race winner, coming home 2nd. The UFO, that's going to be Wayne Brooks. Coming home 3rd is Travis Mosley. 4th, Sean Walsh. 5th, Brandon Smith. And rounding out your field, the 32N, that's going to be Mark Norris. Heat race number 2. This is how they're going to line them up. Row number 1, the 77 out of Jacksonville, Arkansas. That's going to be Brad Calhoun. He is outside the 7D. Dennis Schoenfield out of Van Buren. Row 2, your point leader, the 37C of Adam Maple out of Batesville. He is outside the 27 junior of Garrett Taylor out of Jacksonville. Row 3 in the 10R, that's going to be Ricky Ingalls out of Mount Pleasant. He has outside in a different car tonight. In the 21W, that's going to be Wendell Wallace out of Batesville. All right, caution lights out. Caution lights out. We're going to go green in turn number 4 for Brad Calhoun and Dennis Schoenfield. As they're about to punch that time clock, go to work. Good even start for Calhoun and Schoenfield. They're going to go side by side, 2 by 2 by 2 into turn number 1. All 3 rolls like a giant pace lap, a fast pace lap, excuse me. Anyhow, Dennis Schoenfield, he's starting to pull away. Wendell Wallace up to the 3rd spot. Adam Maple slides the nose of Garrett Taylor. He'll take that 4th spot away. He's got to come out of here with some positive points. Hang on to that points lead. As we discussed earlier, we've only got 4 points racing advantage left. We about had trouble though out of turn 2 between Calhoun and Wendell Wallace. Dennis Schoenfield still showing the way. Brad Calhoun 2nd, Wendell Wallace 3rd, Adam Maple 4th. Garrett Taylor 5th, and Ricky Ingalls rounding out the field as it's single file. Circling across the line halfway this time. Track's really wide tonight. It should produce for an interesting night for the Arkansas Factory Stocks, as our heat races will be coming up here shortly. Calhoun going to lose a lot of ground off the corner of 2 to Dennis Schoenfield. That's going to allow Wendell Wallace to get back in the mix. Here comes Wendell Wallace. Wendell Wallace seen the slip up, and it's his time to pounce. White flag in the air for Dennis Schoenfield. Wendell Wallace wasn't able to capitalize or gain anything in Calhoun. Calhoun with a good run off into 1 and 2. He's going to close the gap on Schoenfield. Schoenfield pulling back away. Another hard run into the corner to 3 and 4, but give it to Dennis Schoenfield. Dennis Schoenfield will be your heat race winner. Brad Calhoun will come home 2nd. Wendell Wallace 3rd. Adam Maple 4th. Garrett Taylor 5th, and Ricky Ingalls will round out your field. Heat race number 3. This is how they're going to line them up. On the pole in the 9 is going to be Brad Hartwick out of Quitman, Arkansas. And his outside the 5P of Chanley Prettyman out of Brooklyn, Arkansas. Row 2 in the 10, that's going to be Brandon Walsh out of Ashflat, Arkansas. And his outside the 14 of Landon Milky from Jonesboro. Row 3, the 2 slide, Shane Kelly out of Imboden, Arkansas. And his outside the 27F of Austin Floyd out of Searcy. Good Lord. I gotta stand up for a minute. All right, the caution lights out. This will be your 3rd and final heat race before we get into the Arkansas Factory Stock heat races. It's Brad Hartwick on the pole, Spencer Perderman on his outside. And we're underway. Good start for Walsh back on that second row. He's going to move up to the second spot. He's going to move around. Nope, Vetterman's going to get a better start off of 2. He's going to shoot for the lead into turn number 3 underneath Hartwig. Hartwig will run through the middle. Vetterman through the bottom. Now they're going to both slide up. Here comes Walsh in that 10 car. Walsh move him up to second. Hartwig struggling off the 2, but it's not going to be no matter because he's going to pull away from Vetterman and Walsh. Austin Floyd back there off of turn 2 is having a tough time. Good entry and exit for Hartwig that time around. Hartwig continues to lead. Vetterman second, Walsh third, Mount Milky fourth, and Kelly fifth. Looks like Austin Floyd may call it a race. But Walsh starting to go back to work on that second spot. He's going to run the top, slide around the bottom. He's going to take away that second spot away. What a move by Brandon Walsh. Now he's going to go to work to run down Brad Hartwig. Walsh did not close any ground that time as it stayed at 1.4. As they're going to come to the white flag for Brett Hartwig. Walsh closed at that time. It was down to 1 second, just over a second. But he's not going to have nothing for him. Brett Hartwig is going to ring it off at turn 4, pick up your heat race win. Coming home second, the 10, Brandon Walsh. The third spot is going to be the 5P of Chanley Perderman. Fourth is Landon Milky. Fifth was 2 Sly Shane Kelly.